You bought the curriculum. You made the color-coded schedule. You planned every hour of your homeschool day. You looked at that beautiful plan and thought, finally, this is how we're going to thrive. So why are you exhausted? Why are your kids dragging their feet during lessons? Why does homeschooling suddenly feel so heavy? The answer is one surprisingly common mistake, and it has nothing to do with your curriculum or your dedication. If you wake up with a knot in your stomach about the homeschool day ahead, you are not alone. Many homeschool parents reach a point where they feel constantly behind. You work harder, you try to stick to the schedule more strictly, but instead of improving, the stress keeps growing. For many millennial parents, this pressure is even stronger. We're surrounded by Pinterest perfect homeschool rooms and carefully curated Instagram moments. It's easy to believe that successful homeschooling means planning every detail perfectly. So when things fall apart, we assume we're doing something wrong. But here's the truth. Your dedication is not the problem. Your effort is not the problem. The real issue is something much simpler. The number one mistake that causes homeschool burnout is confusing structure with rigidity. Structure is healthy. Structure gives your day rhythm and predictability. Kids feel safe when they know what usually happens next. Maybe mornings are for reading and math, and afternoons are for projects or outdoor play. That kind of structure supports learning. But rigidity is different. Rigidity is a minute-by-minute schedule that leaves no room for real life. It doesn't account for a toddler meltdown, a child's sudden curiosity, a beautiful sunny afternoon, or your own low-energy day. When a rigid schedule gets disrupted, it feels like failure, and that constant pressure slowly drains the joy out of homeschooling. One of the greatest gifts of homeschooling is freedom, the freedom to follow curiosity, the freedom to adapt learning to your child's needs. But rigid schedules remove that freedom. Learning becomes a checklist instead of an adventure. Curiosity becomes a distraction, and that's when the power struggles begin. Your child isn't resisting learning. They're resisting a system that doesn't match their energy or interests. Over time, that constant tension leads to classic burnout symptoms: feeling irritable, dreading the start of the homeschool day, feeling like you're failing no matter how hard you try. These are not signs that you're a bad teacher. They are signs that the system you're using isn't sustainable. Burnout isn't a personal weakness. It's simply a signal that your system needs adjustment. The solution is replacing rigid schedules with a flexible framework. Here are a few simple ways to start. First, use anchor points instead of strict times. Anchor points are predictable parts of your day, like breakfast, lunch, or quiet time. Learning simply happens between those anchors. If you want to see exactly how I build anchor points into a full day with a 3-block framework that replaced my rigid schedule, I made an entire video on that. I'll link to it in the description. Second, build time for independent work. You don't have to teach every minute. Short independent tasks help children build focus and give you space to breathe. Third, consider a year-round homeschool rhythm. Some families work in cycles, like 6 weeks of learning, followed by a short break. Frequent breaks prevent burnout and add flexibility when life gets busy. And finally, give yourself permission to follow your child's curiosity. If they're fascinated by a topic, let them explore it. When learning connects to their interests, education becomes exciting again. Flexibility doesn't mean anything goes. It means you're the one with the wisdom to read the room, to notice when your child is lit up about something unexpected, and to say yes to that, even if it wasn't on the plan. A flexible day might look like math through baking instead of worksheets. A nature walk that became a science lesson. An audiobook during lunch that sparked a conversation. A quiet afternoon with books instead of structured time. None of these are giving up. All of them are learning. Learning doesn't stop when the plan changes. Sometimes that's exactly when it starts. Even with a flexible system, some homeschool days will still go off the rails. For those moments, I created a simple tool called the 10-minute Rough Day Reset. It's a step-by-step guide to help you pause, reconnect with your kids, and bring calm back to the day when everything feels chaotic. You can download the principle for free using the link in the description or by scanning the QR code. If you're feeling burned out, please hear this. You are not failing. Burnout isn't a personal weakness. It's simply a signal that your system needs adjustment. The best homeschool isn't the most perfectly scheduled one. It's the one where learning feels joyful, flexible, and connected. When you replace rigid schedules with a gentle rhythm, homeschooling becomes lighter again. And that's when the curiosity, laughter, and discovery start to return. You're doing incredibly important work, and you've got this. You don't need a stricter plan, you need a calmer one. Replace rigidity with rhythm, and the joy comes back. If you want to go deeper into what that rhythm actually looks like, how to build anchor points into a flexible day that works even when everything goes sideways, the next video is called Why You Don't Need a Strict Schedule. That's the exact system this video has been pointing toward. It's on your screen now.